Everyone, welcome back to another quick Q&A video. This is where we're going to answer some questions from the comment section on my YouTube channel. I got one here from Alena the Explorer, which says, "Hey Cliff, thanks for the video. This is my video about the DJI Action 4 and best settings for IRL. Is an SD card necessary during a live stream? Can you stream using just the internal storage, or is an SD card required? Also, the video doesn't get recorded on the camera during the stream, right?" There's a few questions in their comment which I'll try and address. Two of them being, I think, the same, and that is an SD card required during a live stream? You do not need an SD card in the Action 4 in order to live stream. When I first got into IRL streaming with the Action 4, I didn't have an SD card. I tried it out, no problem, I could stream. For my Action 4, I've got a cage that gives me access to the battery compartment and where the micro SD card should be. Press in and then remove the SD card. We are live streaming without an SD card in the Action 4. It wasn't until later that I was able to pop an SD card in the Action 4, and I'll have details of that SD card in the description if you're interested. But that one gives me about an hour and a half of recording at 1080p, I think 30 frames per second. For the next question there we got, can you stream using just the internal storage? For that question, and in particular regarding the Action 4, it doesn't have internal storage. In fact, I'm going to bring up a comparison of three different models of the Action camera range from DJI, the 6, the 5 Pro and the 4. So as you can see from left to right, Action 6, Action 5 Pro and Action 4, the built-in storage capacity of the Action 6 is 50 gigabytes. For the 5 Pro, it is 47 gigabytes and not applicable for the Action 4. So no internal storage for the Action 4. But in terms of IRL live streaming, the Action 4 has been proven to be a very rock-solid live streaming camera. But I would recommend getting an SD card for your camera like I eventually did, because there have been a few times where it's been a lifesaver for me. For example, New Year's Eve, minutes before midnight, internet died on me, the stream cut out. But I could still record using an SD card and play that back later. There will be times when you will need an SD card, or at least some way of being able to back up or record what is happening in that moment, because once it's gone, it's gone. And if the live stream dies on you, then at least you got something. Some streams are a couple of hours, some can be over 10, 12 hours long. At the moment with the SD card that I have, it only lasts about an hour and a half, so I have to be a little picky when I choose to record. The last question in there, that the video doesn't get recorded on the camera during the stream. To record to an SD card, you actually have to press a button on the Action 4, and then when you no longer think you'll need that recording, you can tap it again and it'll stop recording. It doesn't interfere with the live stream, with the video or with the audio. So I'm going to mention a couple of ways of how you can have a backup of some kind. Firstly, with the Action camera and an SD card, that will be the best, clear from any glitching. You can record with your streaming app. You can record with your streaming software, as I stream from the Action 4 into my iPhone back to my home computer with OBS, so I could record in there. With number 4, download your VOD from a platform. So let's say I stream to YouTube, Twitch or Kick. There are ways of being able to download your content from those platforms. YouTube, click on the burger menu, I call it, and then download the live stream. On Twitch, go to content, a video producer, it's the same sort of thing. Find the burger menu, click download. And then Kick is a little bit trickier. Enter in the VOD URL and then copy the URL, download best quality, customize format, give that a go, 1080p 30, MP4, so you can trim it. So this one looks pretty good. It gives you all these options. It's if you just want a certain part of it. So that's pretty good. And then you could download So there you go. In fact, I did a test where I went into a building and I did all 4 forms of those backup. Whether you want to use the SD card, mobile, perhaps your home computer with OBS, or you could download from the platform. You'll be able to compare between each one of these and decide for yourself which one will work for you. You may not have storage or the SD card storage on your phone. Perhaps downloading the content from the platform is fine. I would recommend having some kind of backup plan, but ultimately if you want the best quality footage, it would be with the SD card. Okay, hopefully that answers your question today. If you have any other questions about storage, backup, please let me know in the comments below. Thanks for tuning in. See you next time.